has pulled off the unexpected. He has knocked out Robbie Lawler.
Robbie still does.
Selamat datang di segmen Buff Fakta dari Buff Combat TV. Kali ini kita akan membahas kembalinya sang legenda Nick Diaz yang sudah 6 tahun vakum dari Octagon. Karena minggu ini Buffmates, Nick akan bertanding di UFC 266 menghadapi Robbie Lawler yang akhir-akhir ini lebih aktif di Octagon. Nah, langsung aja kita bahas beberapa fakta tentang kedua fighter ini ya Buffmates. Fakta yang pertama adalah bukan pertemuan pertama kali.
Bring it on, come on! Lawler and Diaz welterweights are underway.
Ya, Nick sama Lawler ini akan bertemu di atas oktagon yang kedua kalinya nih Buffmates. Mereka sebelumnya pernah bertemu di UFC 47 tahun 2004 silam, di mana Nick Diaz berhasil keluar sebagai pemenang melalui TKO yang ia dapatkan di ronde kedua.
Everything comes wrong. Oh, nice body shot by Robbie Lawler.
But Jens Pulver, a training partner of Robbie, is a southpaw.
Sure, but Jens Pulver's 5'7".
A great point.
Nick Diaz is a very tall guy, and I'm very impressed with his striking. He looks very calm in there, too. And again, that could be because he's got experience. Right when I said
Combination. Diaz knocks down Robbie Lawler. And that's it.
Yang menjadikan fight ini menjadi salah satu fight terseru yang pernah ada. Mungkin Buffmates yang belum tahu nih kenapa fight ini bisa menjadi salah satu fight yang kalian harus wajib tonton. Nah, sesuai perolehan statistik, jika digabungkan, Nick Diaz dan juga Robbie Lawler menghasilkan 38 total significant strikes dalam 2 ronde. 22 significant strikes untuk Nick Diaz sendiri dan 16 untuk Robbie Lawler. Selain itu, fight ini juga dipenuhi dengan haya khas Nick Diaz dengan cara tauntingnya ala-ala Stockton.
It was the first fight with Robbie Lawler. Robbie was dangerous. So Nick took that shit talking to DEFCON 5 and he got into the octagon. And the first thing he does, he gets into the octagon. He looks over at Robbie, goes, "Stockton, motherfucker, Stockton!" And he starts walking around, "Stockton, mother." And Robbie's like, "What is he talking about?
What does that even mean?" Yeah, exactly.
And then the entire time the fight is going on, like, "What you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do?" And then he'd hit him. "Oh, bitch, I just stung you, bitch." And he'd be popping him. And every time Robbie Lawler didn't talk back to him, but you could clearly see he didn't anticipate that.
Dan Robbie Lawler yang selalu tidak pernah memberikan lawannya nafas sedikit pun. Jadi, udah kebayang dong, kira-kira fight kedua mereka akan seperti apa? Ya, walaupun dengan usia yang jauh beda ya. Fakta berikutnya adalah kekalahan beruntun Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler memang lebih aktif dibandingkan Nick akhir-akhir ini di dalam oktagon. Namun, 3 fight terakhir Robbie Lawler dipenuhi dengan kekalahan. 3 kekalahan ini ia terima dari fighter-fighter ternama seperti Colby Covington, Ben Askren, dan juga Neil Magny. Hal ini menjadikan Robbie Lawler terakhir kali merasakan kemenangannya pada 4 tahun lalu, tepatnya di UFC 214 saat melawan Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Lalu, gimana nih dengan Nick Diaz? Apa rekornya lebih baik? Nah, ini membawa kita ke fakta yang ketiga, yaitu catatan buruk Nick Diaz. Yes, benar banget. Ternyata rekor fight Nick Diaz nggak kalah buruk sama si Lawler. Karena terakhir kali Nick Diaz bertarung di dalam oktagon, ia menerima kekalahan dari Silva yang di-overturn menjadi no contest setelah keduanya dinyatakan positif dalam drug testing. Sebelumnya, Nick Diaz bahkan menerima 2 kekalahan beruntun, yaitu saat dia menghadapi George St. Pierre untuk welterweight championship dan juga Carlos Condit. Namun, yang bisa dilihat dari 3 kekalahan ini, Nick tidak pernah kalah melalui submission ataupun KO dan TKO. Nick selalu kalah melalui decision dalam pertarungan 5 ronde yang membuat kita bertanya-tanya, mungkin nggak sih Nick masih punya ketahanan kardio yang sama kayak beberapa tahun lalu?
But you know, like John McCarthy says, you know, being a fighter is a hard life. I take it like a man. I'm like, I'm going in there. I'm going in there to win. Do I feel confident? I never do. I never have. I've always felt like I'm gonna get trashed out there. Like every fight I've ever done. So, how do you feel against Robbie Lawler? How do you feel? I feel like I'm gonna get out of me. And even when I win, I get beat up worse.
Ngomong soal kekalahan lagi nih. Fakta keempat sekaligus jadi fakta terakhir dari Buff Combat Media kali ini adalah perbedaan rekor kekalahan kedua fighter. Walaupun punya rekor di fight-fight terakhir yang kurang lebih sama, ada satu hal yang ngebedain antar rekor fight Nick dan Lawler, yaitu submission. Nick dan Lawler ini sama-sama pernah kalah melalui decision sebanyak 7 kali, kalah KO or TKO sebanyak 2 kali untuk Diaz dan untuk Lawler. Tapi ini nih yang paling beda. Nick nggak pernah kalah melalui submission. Sementara Lawler kalah dari submission itu sudah 5 kali. Gak percuma ya Nick latihan BJJ di bawah arahan Cesar Gracie mulai dari masa mudanya.
Rob, what does that feel like? I mean, you've just gone through a training camp. You're preparing for a fight that's 170 pounds, and all of a sudden, 7 days before the fight, you get a call that your opponent wants to make it at 185. What goes through your head? How did you take it?
When I was talking to Dave, I'm like, all right, let's go. But like, what's right is right, and we just have to figure the other end out too. So it's like, I'm always ready to fight. There's no question about that. So it's just making it right on the other end.
Is there like, I see this all the time in big fights. You don't want to concede anything to your opponent, I mean, you're getting ready to go into an octagon and fight this guy, and you're not going to want to concede an inch in there, and so you don't want to concede an inch before the fight. And it just feels like, oh, I want this fight in 5 rounds. I want this fight at this date. Now I want it at this weight. Like, is any of that kind of like getting you boiling up a little bit? Where like I don't need to give this guy everything he wants just to get in the cage with him.
No, because I'm not too worried about those types of things. I mean, my camp went well. I mean, Jason Jackson did a great job of getting me ready. I'm sharp. Like, that's why I'm not bothered so much about the move up and weight, because I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do, and I know the work that I put in.
You're the best fighter in the world, though, and you feel like it's genuine, and you truly believe that.
Yes, I think so. I do believe that. I do believe that, but given the if I mean, what do you have, Usman? I think I'll beat Usman. I had a better shot at beating Usman than I do Lawler, just because because I already beat Lawler. This doesn't make sense for me to go in there and fight Robbie Lawler again. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this. This should not happen. Whoever set this up is an idiot. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why this happened. I should be fighting Kamaru Usman, and that's it.
Yah, kira-kira itu aja Buffmates 4 fakta buff untuk hari ini. Sampai ketemu di video fakta buff berikutnya.